And we are fresh back here in Satisfactory. I've decided that I'm not gonna do the whole controller thing right now because that was amazingly painful to pull off. And now we're back in something I can actually do. Okay. It'll be a little faster anyway. Oh, and I'm full. And that'll help once I do that. Goodness. Okay. So, once in a while I get something kind of sort of ish right. Today is probably not that day. This doesn't have power. All right, we're getting a little bit of progress here. Still need screws, and that's going to be a common thing as this proceeds. So we'll make a bunch of screws so we can get some reinforced plate going. And I don't remember. Yeah, it takes 12 screws. Good Lord. Make a bunch of these. I want to try and figure out how to... Oh, I know how I would do it. Okay. But that means I am going to need some more concrete. But I suppose, I mean, that really is the rest of this game is I need more screws and more supplies and more ways to combine it. And let's figure out more things and more ways to do more things. We've got minuscule amounts of automation going, sort of ish, kind of ish. We'll see what we can get at any rate. Let this run for a second. Quite a few of those. I remember to stop turning off my sprint. Fair enough. And we're still working on 5. It's going to be storage and miners. Those are big. So we need 75. Well, let's take that. We've got that 75. Oh, we've got all of those. And no power.
Hub upgrade 5, power expansion completed. The miner, unlike portable miners, can be connected to conveyor belts and requires power to function. Caution, as you expand, the energy
ran out of fuel.
may exceed the capacity of your power grid. The onboarding
Which
program
does tell
was
me
established because Fix-It pioneers often experience memory issues after planetfall. If you are experiencing nosebleeds, nausea, existentialism, or an itchy scalp, there is no need for concern.
existentialism thrown in with an itchy scalp.
Workdays. Next objective, complete hub upgrade 6.
I can see we're going to need a huge... These leaves are just ridiculous until we can get the ability to make biomass. Oh, how do I get... Is this how... Yeah, I can get up here this way. Okay. Well, I didn't know that would work. Yay, that it did.
This semi-slug species seems to persist entirely through absorbing and storing energy from its surroundings. Studying this could provide new methods for improving Fix-It production line efficiency. Store this potential resource for later use.
Oh, okay. There we are. Well, that's awful close. I'm pretty sure wherever I build most anything, I'm going to be redoing it again later. Jump too far. Ah. Apparently I'm not much better with the damn keyboard and mouse. Well, that's not good. I had those fixed. By fixed, I mean I had them working. And they have decided not to work. All right, well, that's not helping. Oh, we're having all kinds of controls issues here. Let me look it up. Because, of course, this is the world. Good Lord. That's key bindings. That's what I needed. No, that's not. Okay, yes, it is. And I... Did my hand not in my inventory? Okay, fine. And then I can actually maybe do something. And I apologize that I have been so quiet. I get kind of flustered trying to get this set up, and it's just no playing fair, man. So I don't have copper. It doesn't have power. I have a little bit of copper. A few copper ingots. Okay. Good Lord. Such a rough start. I do apologize. This is like second episode in a row that starts out with me more bumbling fool than I'd like. I really promise. It does get smoother. Brain works a little better eventually. I mean, maybe not soon, but eventually. Yep, that's 4 out of 4. Yep. Now, I don't know if that means I went over power. Yeah, I must have. Okay, so it's got a 20 limit. And we're using more than that. So we can't power copper all at the same time. But we do have a second one. That we can make do other stuffs. And at that point, we can actually fire this one back up a little bit, at least. So we are going to be burning through some power here. Yeah, could burn wood. Don't have a whole lot. Okay, so we're building something here. What I have learned is if that were feeding like another machine, I really, really don't like putting stuff in directly because it like never, ever turns out well. And that I don't have any more ore for. Though this is going to outrun, yeah, it is just barely outrunning production at 30 a minute. This is at 60 a minute, so it's double outrunning production by 2. We need bunches and bunches of stuff here. But we do get biomass. And an actual furnace. Yo, dude. And unfortunately, we can't chop trees yet, which is unfortunate. Yeah, I don't know if I can build another one here. Nope, need more concrete. Okay. Yeah, this is just such a janky start, but this is life. I'd like to be able to say, no, it never ever goes this bad for me. Yeah, I don't feel like lying today. Ooh, we got some more leaves. So that's going to be helpful. Let's take this. That should buy us a few minutes. Ow! I run into the storage container. What a doofus. Okay, and then those, and I need to still make more. Okay. But we've got plenty of copper ingots to do this with. And of course, the hard part is at this early stage, you know it's going to get so much faster, so much more going on. But this takes so much more attention because none of it is really automated yet. There's nothing left just doing what it should do. And that, of course, means everything feels like it's standing still. Get some concrete going. Hopefully that's a little better. Keep forgetting how many of those I need. I need 50. Okay, so we're going to keep doing this. Then we can kind of automate it. Well, we get biofuel, which runs better than all of the rest of these, but we still don't have mergers or splitters for the conveyor belts, which is really when this gets a little bit easier.
Hub upgrade 6, landing platform hydraulics completed. Freight
Yay!
initialized.
And
Congratulations, you have completed onboarding and achieved the absolute minimum skill level required of a Fix-It pioneer. Fix-It looks forward to your future achievements, because a future with Fix-It is a future with you. Tier 1 and 2 milestones are now available in the hub, and biomass burners can now be built individually. Your first official objective is to initiate project assembly by building the space elevator. This objective will take a significant amount of resources, so Fix-It recommends getting to work.
well, isn't she just a little snarky friend here? I'm going to set this out here a little bit because I want to move everything. Okay, so that's the input. Set those there. I know this still isn't enough room, but, you know, you take a little bit when you can. There comes that. Yay. And do I have... Yes, I can make a constructor. Cool. How about I can just figure out where I'm standing? I want to have this building biofuel or biomass, let's do leaves, as fast as possible so that I can absolutely get, well, good fuel burning first. So we have to do a bit of a... So I've got to get enough power started to get my fuel put together. Which takes, you know, you got to do a little bit of bootstrapping. But we just did it. I mean, we're done now. And it's now running itself. And it can put out total almost more power than both of those together. So now she's at least building her own blocks. Yay, us. I'm gonna run. Yeah, I should just run a wire. I just saw something that I want to do again, but I have forgotten how to do it. Oh, such frustrations. There was a quick menu there that I completely just blew apart. Where you can select what it is you want to use. There it is, E. And yes, we will be rebuilding all of this at some point because that is all just woefully not even kind of enough. How much power are we using here? Okay, so we can do up to, oh, well, 29 is the max. We can do 30. We're doing 12.4 here. And what do we really need to get level 6 opened? Tier 1, base building, because that's what I want. 200, 100, 100. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to set up a little, just tiny. Well, if I had more, I would. Okay, so we're going to go get our copper. Let's see how pure this is. That's just a normal, but it's not bad. I mean, it's better than an impure. I may want to put a what is it? Crafting bench. Just to make my little world a little happier. Because I hate the running back and forth, but it's clearly what I'm going to do here. So, c'est la vie. And I forgot, I can't like start this up and walk away because that's what hand building things is. And if hand building things wasn't hand building things, well, something else would be going on. Because what I wanted to do was build a constructor over there to get some base concrete going. And I know we have enough iron plates already made because, well, yeah, it went ridiculous on me. And it's 3-1. So it needs 45. How many is this producing? This is producing 30. So we're not keeping up. We're at about 2/3 speed. Yeah, of course. Because, you know, why would it line up exactly? That would be too easy. And yes, to start with, spaghetti. No real way around it. And terrible ratios. It's not fun. I get that. Not what I want either. But our belt will go faster than our supplies can. And we've got concrete getting made. And it's going to be a minute before I get a space elevator started. I really want to get some of this sort of put down. Trying to, what I really want, I want to get some base building parts. Oh, I got too much happening. So I'm going to assume I have something stacked up in here. And nothing stacked up in here. I can't be needing more than 30. Or more than 60. If we turn that off, can I get this turned on? Can. We're at 30.2. And then turn this on. It only needs 4. But I am going to need more leaves. Well, we're not setting the world on fire here, but we're getting there. Yeah, that's not going very fast at all. I must have spent... Oh, hey, no, don't pick up the bird. We cannot put the bird in the bioreactor. Despite the fact that I have 0 feelings, positive or negative, toward the bird. I didn't touch the combat settings, whatever there are of those. I literally just turned on arachnophobia mode for this because, ew, I do not like spiders. And we don't need me screaming. That's not the point. Oh, goodness. That would not be fun to stumble on. We've got quite a bit of room back here. I say that, knowing full well that turns into no room whatsoever about 5 nanoseconds after I think that. Try not to get gassed over there. Okay, so that is going to make a stupid number. That we can get in there. That's staying full. That's going to run full for a while. I need 200, 100, and 100. Do we have 69? All right, that's just not helping. And I need to steal a stack from here again. To put in here. Because I don't have splitters or mergers. Like I said, a lot of running around at this early stage. A lot of running around later, too. Who's kidding? And somewhere in all of this, I have a power slug. I think it's in my inventory still. Yep. And I want to make a constructor that literally just deals with wood. I wanted to see... it's logistics. Yep. Okay. New priority. Because I want splitters. Oh, let's make those. I told you it'd smooth out. I mean, it's not great because I'm still trying to remember keybinds and stuff like that. But that first episode with the controller was just, yeah, that was a goat screw. That was not going well. And since I'm sure I forgot to say it, thank you for joining me today. I apologize. My stomach seems to be rather upset with me this evening. I do appreciate you being here. I'm grateful to be able to spend some time with you. Hopefully you're having a good day. I am certainly having a good day despite the frustration here in Satisfactory. But, you know, that still beats a good day at work. So we'll take it. It was beautiful weather today. I'm hoping that holds for the weekend, at least as I record this. And there's our 300, so we can do this now. Didn't mean to make that so loud. And now I need to go get some iron plates because I forgot to get them. Well, I had a different plan in mind, and this gets me splitters and mergers, at least the basics, which is absolutely needed. Because then we can, what does this take? This takes 30, that makes 60. That'll keep both of these fed. Maybe do something a little more local for the copper. Yay! We get splitters and mergers!
Milestone reached. Conveyor belts can now merge, split, and lift to save space and enhance the productivity of your factory.
That lifter's worth more.
You to consider investing in verticality when it comes to factory logistics. If you feel stressed by this complexity, imagine yourself on the shore of a vast and calm ocean. Breathe in. Visualize all the people relying on you. The sea is made of billions of faces, each staring at you with hope and tears in their eyes. Breathe out. Feel refreshed and focused on your duties.
I think I'm going to shoot for this one next. Mostly for the solid biofuel and a chainsaw. Then we can really get some wood screaming through here. Those 500 screws are going to suck, though. No. Need to select it. I need to go get all the steel iron rods that I have. But first, I don't understand, Mr. Man. Okay, and then we do this. And we want to toggle build mode. Yay! We have something that won't kill itself. Now, what I do have, unfortunately, is not a constructor that can turn wood into biomass. We'll get that built up. All right, we're already way ahead. Okay. Making some progress. And what do I need for another constructor? I have it. And yes, I know this is all just ugly at this point, but that's what the world is going to be for a minute. Stop that. Okay, I'm standing right here. Turn around. Get the dummy out of the way. Because that has to be ugly for a second. Maybe for a few seconds. I don't think I'm going to be able to make, well, I don't want to squeeze something in there to make screws right at this second. Nope. That should be more than enough. Pound out some screws real quick. Get us a chainsaw. How many are we making at a whack? We're making 4 at a whack, which is not as fast as I was hoping. I was hoping it would be like 12. Is obviously not what's going on here. So, yay. But it's going faster than it could be. I mean, later we'll be just having unholy amounts of screws getting made. There may, in fact, be an entire factory developed to screws within its own distribution system if I can be smart enough to get that figured out. Which is not guaranteed. Lord knows. And we're just barely going to have enough. Good news is we get a lot of screws out of that. Okay. You're kidding me. All right. Well, you know, you got to do what you got to do. And don't have a lot else we can use the copper ingots for. And go see how our concrete's doing. Hopefully it's getting kind of close. And then we start deforesting the planet. We lost power. Well, that's no good. But we had our 100 concrete sitting there, so let's go do this. Let's get us a chainsaw. Ah.
Milestone reached. Solid biofuel, created from any biomass, ensures maximum efficiency of biomass burners. To aid in biofuel production, the chainsaw allows for the removal of tougher wood and coral foliage. Additionally, your pocket dimension has been inflated to increase inventory size. Inspirational note: will you be the Fix-It Employee of the Month? You could be if you construct, automate, explore, and exploit by eliminating all obstacles to efficiency. This isn't just fun, it's contractually mandated. Fun, fun, fun.
3 funds. And I need screws. I know, you're shocked. I'm not shocked. screws are a perpetual thing here. And I forgot how many I need to make the chainsaw. 160, because why not? I told you, you just need more screws. Always. No matter how many you have, you probably need another factory building screws. And of course, then you need fuel for the chainsaw. Yay, one chainsaw. Yeah. And where did they go? I took them. That's those. I need to take those over here. Yay, it's back. Oh, it takes 8 of them to make one biofuel. That's just not fair. But wood makes so much more biomass than leaves do. So what we will end up doing is converting this to making wood biomass. And then set up one. Well, we got to redesign this to get that biofuel going. Before I end the episode, I am going to cut a tree down just because I need to, you know, assert my manliness and whatever else. Nine pieces of wood from one tree. Yeah. We're going to turn that off because that sound's going to bug everybody real quick. And then this, instead of making... Oh, what did that one give us? 120. So 2 to 1. This does... Yeah, 1 to 5. No, it's 4. 4 to 20. Okay, so yeah, it's 1 to 5. Just look at it slamming those out. Isn't that beautiful? And then I've got to figure out how I want to tear this down to squeeze in another constructor making biofuel so that these can run on that, and that'll get even more efficient and less of a problem. Ooh. This should still be making ever so slowly concrete. No, it's only at 61%, which is about what we figured it would be. Because this needs 45, this gives 30. So yeah, it's about 2/3. Not enough. Never will be. And this is going to turn into an iron mecha with 3 nodes over here. Can't see the purity on this one. The normal. I think that one's a normal. So that's 3 normals. That's 180 a minute. Even just on a Mark 1 miner, which puts us at way past what we can use locally, but we can start distribution from there eventually. Because I can't help it. And that's 2 full stacks there. So those, it's 1 full stack for each of those. Every 6 seconds it uses 1. That's something like 10 minutes per stack. So that's, yeah, 10 minutes of power, assuming we're running at that rate. We're only running at 10 per, yeah, that's 1 every 6 seconds. That's 10 minutes. No, that's 20 minutes. Okay. We got over a half hour of power sitting here. Well, I promise this is going to get smoother and smoother as we go. I can see, I mean, it's obvious already this is going to turn into just some kind of logistical zoo around here. Going to end up moving the power production, I think, again. I'm thinking somewhere over there just to get 2 constructors so I can feed these with all the authority that they need. But that's, you know, we'll see what we can do. We'll see what we get. And I thank you again for stopping by. I appreciate your tolerance for buffoonery as I'm doing now. I forgot to go get more copper. I will see you next time. Have a great time in the meantime, and enjoy everything you can. I'll see you later.